To be honest, I'm going to get plenty of criticism over my lifetime, and it's something that I don't.
Prince William banishes Meghan after leaked texts mocking Princess Charlotte. Text messages between Kate and Meghan have reignited tensions in the royal family. The brothers haven't spoken to each other for about 2 years. Fresh details have emerged about their heated exchange over Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress that made things worse between them. Harry revealed that Kate reached out to Meghan just 4 days before the wedding, with concerns that the dresses needed complete alterations. The messages between Princess Kate and Meghan Markle tell a story of what should have been a simple wedding detail. Kate's main complaint was that Charlotte's dress looked too big, long, and baggy. Meghan tried to help by suggesting their tailor could fix it. Kate wasn't happy with this solution, and the situation became so intense that Harry later found Meghan sobbing on the floor. The conversation took an emotional turn when Meghan asked if Kate realized what she was dealing with regarding her father's situation. This added more stress to an already challenging time before the wedding. Prince William reacts to leaked texts involving Meghan. Prince William felt deeply upset about the leaked text messages between Kate and Meghan that appeared in his brother's memoir, Spare. A royal insider revealed Buckingham Palace didn't love Harry's decision to release these private exchanges. They say it's part of the story, but Harry shouldn't publish these shortened excerpts, the insider explained. The messages reveal a heated discussion between Kate and Meghan about Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress fitting. These texts have become central to the growing rift between the royal brothers, and William took strong steps in response. Dickie Arbiter, who used to speak for the royal family, believes William and Kate must have approved sharing Meghan's private messages with the Mail on Sunday's lawyers. "I would put my money on it," he said. Royal expert Duncan Larkham added that Jason Knopf would have gone to William and Kate. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge. William's anger goes beyond the text leaks. Harry's memoir revealed a shocking admission. William leaked information about tensions between the couples. Harry wrote that after he kept asking about press leaks, finally, Willie leaned back and conceded that, while we'd been on tour in Australia, he and Kate had gone to dinner with Pa, King Charles III, and Camilla. And alas, he said sheepishly, he might have let it slip that there's been strife between the two couples. Harry and Meghan were shocked by this revelation. I put my hand over my face. Meg froze. A heavy silence fell. So now we knew. Harry wrote, "This moment damaged the trust between the brothers." The Netflix documentary captured a raw moment, showing the strain between William and the Sussexes after their Oprah interview. Harry received a text from William that left Meghan asking, "What am I looking at?" She read it and said just one word, "Wow." Harry looked troubled and said, "I wish I knew what to do." Meghan suggested, "I know. Let's take a breather, get some air, and then decide." The cameras kept rolling as the couple hugged silently while looking out the window. William's messages clearly affected them both deeply. William's professional choices also show his position. He picked Jason Knopf as CEO of the Earthshot Prize, the same person who accused Meghan of bullying royal staff in October 2018. William said, "As we look ahead to the future of the prize and the urgent work needed to scale more inspiring solutions to the world's greatest challenges, I look forward to working with Jason to chart the course for the next 5 years of the Earthshot Prize and beyond." Kate's cancer diagnosis led to some contact between the brothers. Harry reached out to his brother. But royal expert Tom Quinn says William's response wasn't exactly warm. Quinn explained, William, who is still hurt by everything Harry has said in the past, has responded. But the response is very much engineered by the palace, and it's hardly the kind of warm, informal response you would expect from one brother to another. It's more like the sort of communication you would get between two slightly wary diplomats. William hasn't publicly commented on the text messages, but his actions show he disapproves of Harry and Meghan sharing private family matters. The future king seems to have set clear limits with his brother and sister-in-law about using family issues for public attention. The impact of these leaked texts continues to affect the royal family. William appears determined to keep his distance from the drama surrounding Harry and Meghan's exit from royal life. What did Meghan say to Princess Charlotte in the texts? The text messages between the Duchess of Sussex and Princess of Wales show a heated exchange about bridesmaid dresses just days before the royal wedding. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, later published these messages that revealed what actually happened between these two royal women. Kate Middleton complains about dress fit. Kate Middleton reached out to Meghan about 4 days before the wedding. Meghan couldn't respond right away because she was busy handling her father's situation. The next morning, she texted Kate that their tailor could help with any changes needed. Kate wasn't happy with this answer. She sent another message that afternoon. Charlotte's dress is too big, too long, too baggy. She cried when she tried it on at home. This complaint about her daughter's bridesmaid dress started the tension between them. The timing couldn't have been worse. Meghan had to deal with both wedding plans and a media crisis about her father. She was already under tremendous pressure. Meghan suggests tailor Ajay Mirpuri. Meghan tried to help by reminding Kate that they had professional help ready. She wrote back, "Right. And I told you the tailor has been standing by since 8 a.m. here at KP. Can you take Charlotte to have it altered as the other mums are doing?" She had already arranged a solution. Tailor Ajay Mirpuri was waiting at Kensington Palace to make the changes. Other mothers were already taking their kids to see the tailor. Meghan even mentioned him by name. "I'm not sure what else to say. If the dress doesn't fit, then please take Charlotte to see Ajay. He's been waiting all day." Mirpuri later backed up this story. He said his team of 4 had to work on all the bridesmaids' dresses at the last minute, not just Charlotte's. Kate insists on remaking all dresses. Kate didn't want to use the waiting tailor. Instead, she demanded, "No, all the dresses need to be remade." This turned a small wedding issue into something much bigger. She mentioned talking to her wedding dress designer, Sarah Burton, who supposedly agreed with her. This challenged Meghan's solution directly. During their exchange, Meghan asked if Kate knew about her father's situation. Kate said yes, but insisted, "But the dresses and the wedding is in 4 days." Meghan's frustration showed in her reply, "Yes, Kate, I know." Kate ended the conversation with a simple, "Fine," after Meghan asked one last time to take Charlotte to the tailor. The dresses got fixed in the end. Mirpuri and his team worked hard to alter all of them. He later said, "I was very nervous about leaks. It was 4 days away." This exchange hit Meghan hard. Harry writes in Spare that he found her on the floor sobbing when he got home. He didn't think it was a catastrophe at first, but this incident created lasting tension between the couples and sparked different stories about who made whom cry. Texts between Meghan and Kate escalate tensions. The tension between the royal in-laws went beyond just dress alterations. Harry's memoir revealed how a simple wedding detail turned into a major disagreement because of bad timing, outside pressure, and different priorities. Timing of messages adds to stress. Kate picked the worst possible time to raise her concerns. She reached out to Meghan just 4 days before the wedding, when everything was already hectic. Harry wrote that Meg didn't reply to Kate straight away. Yes, she had endless wedding-related texts, but mostly she was dealing with the chaos surrounding her father. Kate grew frustrated waiting for an answer, as she wanted to fix her daughter's bridesmaid dress quickly. Meghan's response the next morning about the tailor at Kensington Palace set the stage for misunderstanding. Both women felt the pressure of the tight schedule. Kate needed immediate alterations for her daughter's dress, while Meghan balanced countless wedding details and family issues. Messages arrived at an incredibly busy time. Harry noted his wife received endless wedding-related texts while handling her father's situation. Kate's text, "And the wedding is in 4 days," carried extra weight that only added to their growing tension. Kate references Sarah Burton's advice. The conversation took a turn when Kate brought in a fashion expert to back her position. Meghan suggested taking Charlotte to the waiting tailor, but Kate rejected this idea. She insisted all the dresses need to be remade, and backed it up with her wedding dress designer Sarah Burton of Alexander McQueen's opinion. Her own wedding dress designer agreed. Harry wrote about Kate's message. Burton's professional opinion turned a simple alteration into a bigger design problem. Kate used Burton's expertise to strengthen her argument that simple tailoring wouldn't fix the issue. Burton had created Kate's famous royal wedding dress in 2011. Her name carried weight in the fashion world. Kate's mention of Burton's assessment changed the conversation's dynamic and made it harder for Meghan to stick to her original plan. Meghan highlights her father's health crisis. The exchange became more emotional when Meghan tried to place her situation in context. Between talks of hemlines and fittings, she reminded Kate about her father Thomas Markle's ongoing crisis. Meg asked if Kate was aware of what was going on right now with her father. Harry shared in his memoir. Meghan wanted empathy as she dealt with a family emergency alongside wedding plans. Thomas Markle underwent heart surgery and missed the wedding. Kate briefly acknowledged the situation, but quickly returned to the dresses. Kate said she was well aware, but the dresses. This quick shift back to dress alterations showed how differently both women prioritized the issues. Meghan's short, "Yes, Kate, I know," response showed how frustrated she felt about Kate's seeming lack of concern for her father's health. Wedding dress changes seemed trivial compared to a family health emergency, showing how far apart their views were. These factors, poor timing, expert opinions, and personal crises, turned a regular wedding preparation issue into a defining moment between the two royal women. Harry's detailed account of these private conversations has only increased public interest in Kate and Meghan's relationship. Prince Harry finds Meghan sobbing after the exchange. The text exchange between Kate and Meghan about Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress left behind a heartbreaking scene at Nottingham Cottage. Prince Harry came home to find his bride-to-be completely broken down. A short time later, I arrived home and found Meg on the floor, sobbing. Harry wrote in his memoir, Spare. This raw moment showed just how deeply Meghan was hurt by what started as a simple chat about wedding clothes, but turned into something much more painful. Harry felt shocked and worried when he saw Meghan's state. "I was horrified to see her so upset," he shared in his autobiography. The prince never expected such a scene since he hadn't seen the messages between the two women. Notwithstanding that he saw his fiancée so upset, Harry didn't think it was too serious at first. He admitted he didn't think it was a catastrophe. His viewpoint changed later as he learned about all the pressure Meghan faced before their wedding. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. Meghan already struggled with her father Thomas Markle's public scandal. He had been caught staging paparazzi photos and ended up missing the wedding because of health issues. The clash with Kate over bridesmaid dresses pushed Meghan past her breaking point. Harry tried to calm Meghan down. He told her that Kate hadn't meant any harm during their text conversation. He wanted to fix things rather than seeing this as the huge family split it would become. The Nottingham cottage scene grew more important as different stories came out about who made whom cry during wedding planning. News outlets first claimed Meghan had made Kate cry over the bridesmaid dresses. Harry's story shows the opposite. Meghan ended up crying on their floor. Whatever Harry thought at first, finding Meghan sobbing changed everything. This moment showed him exactly how much stress his future wife faced from planning the wedding and joining the royal family. Harry shared that the couples met secretly at Nottingham Cottage on December 10, 2018. This happened after news stories claimed Meghan had made Kate cry. The opposite of what Harry says really happened. Finding Meghan sobbing on the floor ended up as one of many turning points that damaged the Sussexes' relationship with the royal family. A simple disagreement about dresses revealed deeper problems about support understanding and the intense pressure Meghan faced as she prepared to become royalty. Kate Middleton apologizes to Meghan privately. The royal in-laws tried to patch things up after their heated exchange about Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress. Kate Middleton reached out to mend their strained relationship the morning after her tense text conversation with Meghan Markle. Kate brings flowers and a note. Kate Middleton showed she cared about Meghan's feelings. She visited Meghan the day after their text disagreement. Prince Harry wrote about this moment in his memoir, Spare. She arrived the next day with a card and flower to apologize. He said, "This happened right after Harry found Meghan crying on their home's floor." Meghan talked about Kate's peace offering in her Oprah Winfrey interview. "She owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing." Kate's flowers and handwritten note showed she understood what had happened between them. Meghan told Oprah how she felt about Kate's gesture. "She did what I would do if I knew that I hurt someone, right to just take accountability for it." Meghan seemed to appreciate Kate's direct approach despite their earlier tension. Nobody knew about this private makeup attempt until different stories started appearing in the press. Meghan told Oprah she would have never wanted that to come out about her ever, even though it happened. Tom Bower's book, Revenge, tells a different story. Kate crossed the Kensington Palace corridor and presented Meghan with a bunch of flowers. But what happened next depends on who tells the story. Bower claims Meghan slammed the door in her face and threw the flowers in a dustbin. Harry and Meghan remember it as a more friendly resolution. Harry's reflection on emotional toll. Prince Harry didn't think much of Kate and Meghan's disagreement at first. He thought it was just a simple misunderstanding after Kate apologized. He didn't see how much it would affect his fiancée and his family's relationships. Harry wrote about the high stress levels in his memoir. Emotions were running high, of course, after the stress of the last week, the last month, the last day. It was intolerable, but temporary. Kate hadn't meant any harm, I told her. He tried to keep peace between his future wife and sister-in-law during this tough time. Harry talked about this famous feud in Spare. He defended Kate and told Meghan that she didn't mean any harm. He also wrote that he didn't worry about the disagreement, figuring it was just wedding jitters. The situation turned out to be much bigger than he expected. Both women faced intense pressure during this time. Meghan dealt with her father's absence and media attention. Kate had her hands full with family duties and young children. Their attempt to make up wasn't enough to stop the growing distance between the couples. The bridesmaid dress incident and Kate's apology became part of different stories about who made whom cry. This question came up again over the last several years in interviews and memoirs. Taylor confirms all bridesmaid dresses needed fixing. The luxury tailor at the heart of the famous bridesmaid dress controversy has spoken up. He confirms the text exchange between Kate and Meghan pointed to a real problem. Ajay Mirpuri, who owns Mirpuri Bespoke Tailoring Workshops in London and Switzerland, revealed that all the bridesmaids' dresses, not just Princess Charlotte's, needed major alterations before the royal wedding. Ajay Mirpuri shares behind-the-scenes account. Mirpuri's team faced a huge challenge when they got the call just days before the May 2018 ceremony. We had to work tooth and nail for 4 days, 4 of us working until 4 a.m., 3 nights in a row to make them fit, the tailor explained. A palace assistant contacted them about 4 days before the wedding, which left little time to fix the fitting problems. The team put in extensive work at both Kensington Palace and Windsor Castle. They stayed until 10 p.m., the night before the wedding. After looking at the French fashion house, Givenchy dresses made only from measurements, Mirpuri saw that all 6 bridesmaids' dresses had to be fixed. The dresses were too big, too long, too baggy. This backed up Kate's concerns in her text to Meghan. Mirpuri managed to keep things private, saying, "Had this book not come out, no one would have known it was us. But if it saved the day, it saved the day." Wedding stress, acknowledged by dressmaker, Mirpuri gave a balanced take on Kate and Meghan's tension. "If anything happened in the background, it didn't happen in front of me," he explained, noting he never saw any disagreement himself. The tailor showed understanding for both sides. "I can understand why anybody would be upset if the dresses weren't fitting. It's nerve-wracking." He understood the pressure, adding, "Weddings are stressful at the best of times, and especially one at this high level. You've got to respect that." The tailor cared about everyone involved. "I feel for them all, because you wouldn't want the children to go out on a big stage in an ill-fitting dress." And that's what they were. His comments show that beyond Kate and Meghan's exchange about needed changes, the dresses had real issues that needed expert help. Prince William distances himself from the Sussexes. The relationship between Prince William and the Sussexes has grown worse beyond the bridesmaid dress dispute, especially regarding their use of royal titles. William's stance toward Harry and Meghan proves much tougher than his father's King Charles III when it comes to their ongoing ties to the monarchy. William's alleged anger over commercial use of titles. The situation reached a boiling point after Meghan's close friend businesswoman, Jamie Kern Lima, posted an Instagram photo of a gift basket. The label bore the signature, HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. This broke the 2020 Sandringham Agreement and sparked William's fury. Sources close to William described him as deeply frustrated by the whole ordeal. A royal insider revealed that William loathes and despises Harry and Meghan with every bone in his body and believes they have betrayed everything the family stands for. The gift basket episode became a major point of contention, as it seemed to use royal status to promote commercial interests. "It's the principle," a royal insider explained. William believes the monarchy's titles should never promote products or personal brands. Speculation about removing HRH status William's approach differs sharply from his father's softly attitude toward Harry and Meghan. He plans to take decisive action at the time he becomes king. There is no way King William will stand for this. The titles will simply be removed when he is king. "A way will be found," said William's friend. This clear difference in handling the situation has created palace tension. Charles has completely lost control, the same source added. Meghan using her HRH shows how weak and enfeebled he is. She knows he won't do anything. The Sandringham Agreement stated clearly, the Sussexes will not use their HRH titles as they are no longer working members of the royal family. Yet Meghan's team defended the gift basket label, saying, while they do not publicly use HRH, this was a personal gift, and their titles remain. A former palace courtier called this interpretation complete rubbish. The agreement made it clear they had agreed not to use the HRH titles at all, ever in any capacity. Most observers believe the monarch could issue a royal decree similar to an executive order to remove these titles, though such action would be unprecedented outside divorce cases. Public reaction to the leaked texts and royal fallout, the public disclosure of the leaked text messages, and the ensuing royal conflicts has ignited a firestorm of public opinion, fracturing audiences into staunchly divided camps. The argument over a bridesmaid's dress ceased to be a private disagreement, and instead became a potent symbol of the deeper schism with passionate supporters on both sides. A public divided, supporters of Prince William and the Princess of Wales generally view Harry and Meghan's decision to publish private messages as an unforgivable act of betrayal. To them, it represents airing dirty laundry in a way that violates the discretion and dignity expected of the monarchy. They argue that Kate was simply acting as a mother concerned for her daughter, and that Meghan's framing of the story was a calculated effort to paint herself as a victim. On social media and in media commentary, this faction often criticizes Harry and Meghan for monetizing family disputes, arguing they cannot simultaneously leave the institution and profit from its connections. Conversely, supporters of the Sussexes express deep empathy for Meghan. They see Kate's messages as insensitive and unnecessarily pressuring, particularly given Meghan was dealing with a serious family crisis involving her father. For them, the image of Harry finding Meghan sobbing on the floor serves as powerful evidence of the cold and unsupportive environment she faced. These supporters believe Harry and Meghan were courageous for speaking their truth and exposing a rigid and sometimes unforgiving institution. The role of media and on Chinese, and social media. The media, especially the British tabloids, has played a pivotal role in shaping these public narratives. Many outlets have tended to side with William and Kate, portraying them as dutiful and as the targets of the Sussexes' attacks. In contrast, some international media have offered a more sympathetic lens to Harry and Meghan, focusing on the mental health struggles and media pressures they endured. Social media has become a veritable battleground where hashtags like SAR Team Wales and Sussex Squad are widely used. Endless debates erupt under every post related to the two couples, often filled with vitriolic language and reciprocal accusations. This polarization demonstrates that the crisis is not confined to palace walls, but has spilled into society at large, compelling people to choose a side in a complex family drama. Ultimately, the breakdown in the relationship between the two brothers and their wives has left a lasting legacy. It has not only damaged the monarchy's image, but has also raised difficult questions about the balance between public duty and private life, and between tradition and modernity in one of the world's most famous families, regardless of who was right or wrong.